Dave Kelly from the Fan Advisory Board. Just trying to give the fans an update on the meeting we had on Wednesday with Don Dransfield from 777's. So I think the pleasing thing at this really early stage is that they've reached out and spoken to various groups over the last couple of days. Although it was extremely difficult and there was caveats to that they've been advised that they can only meet informally. I think if they carry on with fan engagements at the level that they intend to and they promise to, I think it will be a game changer for the vast majority of Evertonians. When you looked at during the 7 years Farhad Mashiri was here, he had never held meetings of that stature or nature. But I think I've said to a number of people that there was very much an element of dancing around the handbags and not being able to talk about the Chang elephants in the room because we couldn't talk about Everton related things, so we were talking in general terms about football in general and their model and their other clubs. I've got to say I was impressed with them. I've been in the CEO's office at Finch Farm on numerous occasions over the years, and it was really refreshing to be going in there and speaking to someone who's clearly got a football background as well. I think we had an empathy for each other, me as a long-suffering Evertonian and a long-suffering Barnsley supporter. So a lot of people have been curious as to what was the American fella like. Well, he's not an American fella. He's a Brit, he's a Yorkshireman. He's got football running through his veins. He's incredibly intelligent and articulate. His background, given that he was the former chief executive of Man City Football Group, and prior to that he held a similar position at Red Bull Football Group, tells you that he's got a really impressive CV. We did speak generally about various football clubs and football teams and footballers, and it was good to get his insights on that. We also spoke about a lot of what they feel is misinterpretations and misquotes in the press. He spoke openly and honestly about the likes of Genoa being 17th when they took them over, about them being 17th at the end of the season and ultimately getting relegated. And he spoke passionately and with a lot of pride about them getting promoted and starting this season off relatively well. He spoke about all the other clubs. The only Everton related thing, and I think people need to realise this as early as possible, he told me, so this is on Wednesday, so it's now 2 weeks ago, 777 and Farhad Mashiri reached an agreement on the sale of Everton Football Club. That has now been signed 2 weeks ago, that they envisage the time scale for it all to go through for the fit and proper persons tests with the Premier League, FA and the FCA. Should take approximately 12 weeks, so we're looking at some stage in late November, early December, that they'll then be the owners of the club if it all goes according to plan. Well, I actually said to him personally, and on behalf of the FAB as a group, I needed to make it clear to him that we weren't pro 777, but we weren't anti 777 and we will judge and make a judgment based on actions rather than words. So don't really want to see big glossy videos in HD and smart words and press releases. That we'll judge them on their actions, and I'd suggest that the best thing that they can do right from the outset is to engage with fans and the wider fan base.